Hello everyone and welcome to another episode on the Ordinary Boy Boxing channel. In this quick pick video we're going to be looking at the upcoming fight between Dillian Whyte and Jermaine Franklin. It's due to go down on the 26th of November at Wembley Arena and it will be shown on DAZN. It's a heavyweight contest. Obviously Dillian Whyte just coming off that loss to Tyson Fury where he challenged for the WBC championship and he got knocked out. And his opponent, Jermaine Franklin, he's undefeated. He's fought only in America. And I'm not going to lie, I had to do quite a bit of research on him. I wasn't really aware of who he was. So this video is no way a 100% completely informed video. This is based off the research that I've done leading up to this. I've had a look at some of his fights onto YouTube. I've looked at what he's weighed in, I've looked at who he's fought against, things like that. So there are some points of interest with this fight. When it was first announced, I had a little watch of some highlights of Franklin just to kind of get a general idea of what he looked like. First of all, the things I noticed, he's very open to getting hit. His defence isn't the greatest, from what I could see, so obviously that's a worry for him. He's also quite a slugger, and it's a strange one because he's quite a slugger, but he's not knocked out that many people, so that says to me he obviously hasn't got crazy power, but his fighting style, he likes to swing, which makes me think actually that will be quite an entertaining fight with Dillian Whyte, because obviously Dillian Whyte likes to exchange as well. I looked at his record, there's no one there of interest on Jermaine Franklin's record. I think, so he fought someone called Pavel Sauer, I think is how you say it. These were just his last two fights, so he fought someone called Pavel Sauer. He weighed in, these were both wins, but he weighed in at 231 pounds. Then, from what I can see, I think it was due to COVID, because there's a gap. He then fought, I think, a year and a half, 2 years later, Rodney Moore. He weighed in at 277 pounds for that fight. So that's a massive difference. I've seen an interview with him where he says that, you know, he's been working 12-hour shifts to support his family. Obviously, you know, only the top tier boxers have the kind of money that they can live comfortably on and they don't need another job. The majority of boxers do have to work as well, and obviously before this Dillian Whyte fight came up, he wasn't fighting anyone notable, therefore I could imagine his paychecks weren't amazing. So I don't know how out of shape, was that a one-off for him being out of shape, or will he turn up to the Dillian Whyte fight out of shape? That's a key to this fight. So what weight he turns up at will dictate to me how this fight could go. So if he comes in at that same kind of 277 pound mark, I would already say it's going to be a spectacular knockout by Dillian Whyte. If he comes in lighter, if he comes in, you know, around the 230 mark, then that would instill me with a bit more confidence. Dillian Whyte, if this fight was happening a year ago, I'd be very confident in Dillian Whyte. He's not been the most active fighter. Obviously he had that loss to Tyson Fury, and Tyson Fury is the number one, but he didn't look great at all in that fight, which a lot of people don't look great against Tyson Fury, but it does make me think, is it because it was Tyson Fury, or is he now on the slope? Is he now, you know, is he peaked and now he's on a bit of a downfall? So if he is on that downfall and Jermaine Franklin comes in at a good weight, at the moment, when I look today, obviously it will change, you're getting odds of 7-1 roundabouts for Jermaine Franklin to win. Now, as I said, if he comes in on that weight, on a good weight, and Dillian Whyte is, as I think he may be starting to get towards, you know, he's already peaked. At 7-1, that's not a bad bet. It's not a bad bet at all. Personally, if I see him coming at a good weight, I'll put a little bit of money on that, because I think it's risk work versus reward, and that actually is worth the risk, I think, at those odds. However, that's not my quick pick, but we haven't seen them weighed in. I may do an update video the night before the fight, after they've weighed in, if something drastically changes. At the moment though, I think this is clever matchmaking from Eddie Hearn. He's undefeated, he's American, he's got a exciting style that will suit well with Dillian Whyte, and I also think, you know, if Dillian Whyte is still on his game, he will knock this man out, because his defence is quite poor and it could be a very spectacular knockout, and that's exactly what they want from Dillian Whyte, as a comeback fight, to look spectacular, to be in an exciting fight. And I don't see it going very long at all. I would say within the first 4 rounds, Dillian Whyte knocks this man out. As I said, if he comes in on weight and Dillian Whyte's not looking himself, then it's a different story. Then I'm not sure. But that's not my quick pick. My quick pick is Dillian Whyte to knock him out within the first 4 rounds. Obviously the fight's going to be on DAZN. I don't think it's going to be pay-per-view. We have been absolutely bombarded with pay-per-view fights recently, so I've really got my fingers crossed that it's just a subscription you have to pay for DAZN. Surely it will be. So yeah, that's my pick. Are you looking forward to this upcoming return fight for Dillian Whyte? Who do you think is going to win? And who would you like to see Dillian Whyte fight next, if he was to win? Obviously there's been talk recently of him fighting Joshua next now, because Joshua's not going to come out until next year. I don't know how interested I am in that fight. They've both got quite a bit of history, so I suppose it would be a good build-up, and it could be justified to be pay-per-view more than putting Joshua in with a you know, someone in the top 20, which is, I think, what they want to do. They want to kind of ease him back in. So I think Dillian Whyte would make sense, but I don't know how enthused I am about that fight. But anyway, yeah, let me know if you're going to be watching the fight. Let me know your predictions. Like, comment and share, and thank you for watching.